All right, we are live. I'm gonna give it like just a second so our friends can like start like filtering in. I don't want anyone to miss anything. Oh my gosh, Slay, I see everyone coming in. Oh my gosh, welcome to the novel neighbor layer. Oh, that kind of rhymes. I'm super excited for the next hour that we have in store for you. My name is Haley. I am a bookseller here at the Novel Neighbor. We are an independently owned and operated a bookstore in Webster Groves, Missouri. And like I said, it is gonna be the most fun night tonight. And I'm like super excited to like get to like the night in the evening celebrating BC Dolce. But before I introduce our authors for tonight, I do have to go over like the rules and the run of show for tonight. So our authors will join me here in my lair to celebrate the release of my Italian Vampire. And so towards the end of the event, we'll have an audience Q&A. So if you have any questions for BC and Tara, feel free to like drop it in a comment on whichever platform you're watching it on, and we'll pull from there at the end of the night. So tonight we're like super excited. It is a girly pop vampire night tonight. So Betty will be joining conversation with fellow author Tarah Dewitt, who we know and we love. So a little bit about Tarah. Tarah Dewitt writes character-driven romances filled with laughter and big feelings. She loves stories centered around perfectly imperfect characters, especially those with just enough trauma to keep them funny, without ever being forcefully cavalier. She's the national best-selling author of Left Up Forever, Savor It, The Co-op, and Funny Feelings, with plenty more to come. And now, our star of the evening, BC Dolce writes paranormal romance with mythological twists centering bold, bright protagonists who can't stop falling in love with lovable monsters. She writes contemporary romance as Betty Corrello. Her work has been called fresh, laugh out loud funny, and deeply emotional. All right, everybody, I'm so excited. My girls are here. Everyone, welcome Tara and Betty. Yay!
Hi, guys. I put on my glasses.
Oh my
What do we
gosh.
think?
She's so serious. She's an academic. She's in dark academia.
Oh, I wrote a book. Oops.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be here. I love this book. I had so much fun going back through it over the weekend. Just to start things off, I want to let you talk about what inspired you to do it.
Yeah.
Any of the backstory lore, give it to us.
Sorry, I'm taking the glasses off. I was feeling self-conscious.
Oh
They
my
have
gosh,
a description. I swear.
She's a new woman. Look at her. She's undergone a
I took
makeover.
off my glasses. Turns out I'm a 10. Oh my God. So what inspired me? As you know, Tara, we've talked about our love about vampires a lot. I feel like romance authors, you either got into the genre through historical fiction, and sometimes it's an and or historical fiction or paranormal romance. And I was a huge paranormal romance reader, starting from when I was like that like tender 12, 13, when you're like really like and as a millennial, angst was in. We were on Zanga.com. We were on MySpace.com.
You're on the MySpace.
On the MySpace, emo, pop punk, all that was huge. Anyway, it was just like a beautiful convergence. So some of my favorite, early romances, or like romance was a very prominent plot point, was paranormal. And because this is going to be posted other places, I'm not going to try and name books because I'm really bad at names and I don't want to embarrass myself. But I loved all of the urban fantasy series that had like a murder mystery plot to them, solving crime in a fictional Cincinnati. If you know the series, you know it. Shifter romances. And yeah, I just always go back to paranormal whenever I'm feeling like burnt out. And as you know, in this career, like you're going to get burnt out a little bit. And it always like recenters me on what I love. And I just kind of was like, I just want to do this. I want to give it a try. I feel like I could do it.
Well, you wrote the hell out of it, I have to say. It had everything in it. As a fellow emo millennial who grew up in the same, like with the same stuff and with the same loves, it really met a need that I like didn't realize I was missing so much. I won't try to name books, but like I'll happily name authors. I would love to like Thea Harrison. I loved
Mhm.
Nalini Singh. I loved Presley Cole. And that is exactly kind of the same vibe this all gave me. That again, growing up with like interested in the love interest, that he wasn't just moody and misunderstood because of his home life. It's because he's
Yeah,
actually a monster.
he's literally a monster.
He's
But he's like
literally a
also the
monster.
nicest guy at school.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah, exactly. He actually wants to eat me.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's
I
just demonetized on YouTube.
oh yes, okay. Well, um,
Literally. She meant it literally,
I'm
guys.
gonna I'm I'm gonna do my very best to not to just like delicately wave my freak flag,
Yeah,
not
just a little twerk of the
yeah.
wrist. The great part is like there's like no chat element, so I do feel like
Okay,
we could really do anything.
amazing, beautiful. Give us your elevator pitch. I'm sorry to do that to you, but for
Yeah,
the
no.
actual book.
Actually, wait, I'll hold you.
Yeah.
So Italian Vampire is about a grad student. Her name's Diantha, which is a shout out to one of our favorite book series, the Sookie Stackhouse Murder Mysteries, where there's like a tertiary character named Diantha, who I loved. Diantha's a grad student, but she's not like other girls because she keeps dreaming about her dead mom. But she's kind of figured out that her mom's not actually dead. She's sort of trapped between life and death, and she's trying to give Diantha clues about how to break what seems like a family curse. And one of the kind of only clues Diantha has is that her University of Echidna, in a fictional small Pennsylvania town, has 3 miles of catacomb underneath the school. And it is like a classic Catholic crypt with bone crosses and skulls made into different patterns, all these different small cemeteries. And she has this idea that the answer to breaking the curse lies in the catacomb. One of the only ways to get into the catacomb is through an medieval relics lecture class. And so she signs up for the class and she goes to the first day of night school, and she loves night school. And who does she meet other than an Italian vampire who comes across initially as only Italian and as needing a pen, like most hot guys do in class. They just need a pen.
That was when
And
the nostalgia kicked in for me, man. Of course. The beautiful man and and I went, the beautiful boy in class needs a pen, but really the beautiful man.
the man, he's a
And
man.
yeah, it was everything. I adored it.
You're like the second person to tell me that that's nostalgic, and I keep being like, "Oh yeah, people don't use pens in class anymore." Like I just
No.
haven't been in school, and I don't have kids, so
Well, I mean, I don't even think my kids do. They should.
they just are like,
But,
"I have a Chromebook or whatever."
yeah, exactly. But it's the year of analog. We're bringing all of that back.
We are bringing it back. Get your penmanship in order, children.
Yeah, exactly. So you touched on this a little bit, but again, like I feel like I noticed and saw so many little pieces of every like bit of paranormal lore, but you really seamlessly wove it into its own like world. And you wove it into, the natural real world too. But what were some of the, like, I feel like I clocked a Twilight joke in there
There
too.
was a Twilight joke.
Impossibly fast.
Yeah.
But tell me some of the like formative pieces of media. Like if you liked this, I feel like, I mean, I know some already, but give the people
Absolutely. If you loved True Blood, I really was like, for me, the gap that True Blood has left in the market, honestly, the gap that the CW has left in the market for like just like soapy, paranormal, like low budget, but not low budget because like HBO did a really good job with True Blood, and True Blood was like so sun-soaked and like sticky, and like the setting was also a character, and I just love that so much. you obviously know this as well from like your contemporary romance, my contemporary, like we love to take a setting and make it a character. And that's my favorite thing about True Blood, is that it just like takes this idea, and it's kind of what I did too. It's like, what if there were vampires in Shreveport, Louisiana, or like close to Shreveport, Louisiana, and then taking that like so seriously all the way through. And so I kind of did the same thing. It's like, what if, you know, what if all of the vampire types of vampires existed at the same time, and you know, one of them was Italian, like what then what? And just like taking that very seriously, even though it's kind of goofy.
Oh, I feel like because we have talked about like our love of True Blood specifically and stuff, I think I kind of went into this expecting some of the campness from True Blood, and that would be the only thing that I wouldn't say. I didn't feel like this was camp, which I unapologetically love True Blood. I really feel like you like seamlessly wove this almost just sort of wry, like sarcastic humor, but set in a true like dark academia setting with, you know, this whole paranormal world around it. So I feel like there's such a good, and you hit the nail on the head by talking about the CW, because that was kind of where I was almost like Vampire Diaries, but also but like aged up a little bit, and
Absolutely.
there's some mystery in here. There's just a really rich, like layered world. You defined like the different types of these creatures at the beginning of it and everything. So yeah, I absolutely adored that. One of the questions I got was if you had a fan cast at all, like if this was, because I actually think that this was so, it really was so cinematic. It played out in my head, like between the mystery, between everything else that's going on, very like I could see everything extremely clearly.
Oh my goodness. That's a huge compliment, because it's something I am always like not, I definitely have a tendency to over describe things sometimes, like movement, what places look like, what things look like. And that's not what every writer is doing. That's not what every author is doing. But I think like coming from like a screenwriting-ish background and whatever, like I am thinking in that way. And it makes me really happy that I didn't overdo it for only 280 pages.
Not one bit.
Thank you. I forget, what was the question?
The fan cast.
Oh, the fan cast, of course. So I know some folks are a little bit shy about sharing their fan cast, but for me, knowing who the characters like remind me of is really, really important. So Orfeo, who is the Italian vampire, is looks wise based on a young gentleman who is not very famous, but his name is Daniele Yaya, and he was on the Italian version of Too Hot to Handle. And I would just say, like, imagine someone with like like could have chemistry with this mushroom timer, like just like so much sex appeal. It's actually horrible and illegal. And so the premise of Too Hot to Handle, for those who don't know, is basically like Love Island, but if you touch, kiss, you lose money. So the contestants can't touch each other. And the Italian version, they're just kind of like, whatever, who cares about money? Like the first night, the pot's empty. They're just like, whatever. Like, it's crazy. I think there's other chances to win money. I've never really watched it. I only watched clips. I feel like it's kind of I love toxic reality TV, but I think it's like pretty toxic. And Daniela was like made a huge splash because he had this like immediate like psycho chemistry with this woman named Ibiza, and they were like watching them together. It feels illegal. So it's just really inspired by him.
It feels illegal for him. I know, since I've seen him now, it feels illegal for him to be that truly beautiful.
It's horrible.
Upsetting. And it was just like, then I'm not gonna lie, I'm in Rob Roush's clutches, and so I'm like, how can I picture this man as an Italian vampire? But you weren't far off. You were.
Like it's the same sort of feeling when I see Daniela as when I see Rob, where it's like I don't want to be this attracted to you. You're
No,
doing
I'm,
like
like,
you're casting a
disgusted in
spell
myself.
on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm disgusted.
It's
Um,
I can't help it.
it's really it feels horrible. Literally right before we went live, I just saw that Rob is going to be on Jimmy Kimmel or something, and they took him out of like a normal suit and put him in like a black button up with overalls over it. And I was like, oh no, that'll do it. Like that will kill. That will
It
kill
won't.
me being attracted to you because he looks like a little
I
boy
saw
ghost.
him. No, I that's what I'm saying. There's something in
Yeah.
me that is broken and wrong because him in the overalls, I'm like, he can, maybe I should buy my husband a pair of overalls.
Oh,
Why would I
yes.
do that? Why would I do that? I don't like snakes. And I'm like, oh, look at
And
him
he
playing with
loves
the
snakes.
snake.
Your marriage won't work.
Look at him playing with that snake. Ew.
He's got that
That
snake
was not a euphemism for the YouTube. He's an actual snake charmer. Don't
He's a snake charmer.
flag anything
Yeah.
in this.
His so very similar to Danielle. I feel like the reason, I mean, Rob has obviously proven to us that his charm it like supersedes a lot of things. But one of the reasons I originally found him so attractive on Love Island is the way he was attracted to Leah in like the first episode, where I was like, I shouldn't be allowed to watch this. Like,
No.
like get out of my house.
Get out. Get out of my house. Get out of my head. Get out.
I
Oh
I
my
don't want to
God.
feel this way about you, strangers.
He
But yeah,
has popped up in a dream of mine. It's
what happened in the dream?
I'm not I can't. I'm not going to talk about it. It actually wasn't that salacious or anything. Anyway, okay, we're going to move on.
It's okay. We're gonna move on. Can I tell you about my fan cast for Diantha?
Yes.
So there's this Italian musician. Her name is La Nina del Sud, and she is like she blends like EDM and trap music with folk music, and she plays. And she's talk about being disgusted by how hot someone is. She's so beautiful, and she dresses very like kind of like witchy folk clothes, and she plays her tambourine on stage, and she's just like such a badass. She's incredible.
A woman playing a tambourine. Yeah. I already love her.
Like hitting it against her hip.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah. Yes, yuck. She's also turning the snakes away.
I'm sure she does a lot better than me. I went full like
yeah, you was on the shoulders right there.
I got like a spoon on one thigh and the tambourine on the other.
Yeah, you're blowing in your big jug. I feel like Rob would
went exactly where my brain was.
Yes. And I think Rob would really like it. I think you guys would. The only thing standing in your way is that you're blonde. He likes brunettes.
Ugh. I'm growing it out.
And he seems like the type of man that would clock you on it too. He'd be like, "You're not a natural blonde."
No, not even. Yeah, no, not even a little bit. Okay, and I have to tell you, especially as somebody that like came to you, found you through your contemporary romances.
Crazy, by the way.
I went into this one like not knowing that you would manage to be just as funny as you are in that setting and still like make it fit. Like I said, the way you seamlessly wove together this like the dark academia setting, the eerie, the monsters, the mystery and the angst and tension there, but you still had some lines that made me like I without truly spoiling anything. And can I cuss a little? Is it
I don't know. I mean, for me,
okay. Well, I won't. But I'm going to. These don't spoil anything. Okay. My notes are kind of funny in here. I kept like taking notes like I was a bookstagrammer that would make memes out of them. Yeah. But yeah, I want to talk to you about your author's note first. I meant to bring this up at the beginning, but the version that I got initially, like, I don't know, however many months and months and months ago, and I had the honor to read it earlier, there wasn't an author's note in there, at least, or I missed it. But when you wrote in your author's note, if I wanted my life to suck less, I needed some hottie on the periphery of my life to get mauled by a werewolf ASAP. That way he could finally discover my scent and become obsessed with me. When I tell you that was my specific dream.
Well, here's the thing. If
I
you're
was
not popular in high school, you
no.
just assume that you're literally the like you crawled onto earth, like you snuck onto earth, and that there's something like deeply wrong with you.
Yeah. And then you go on AO3 and you realize my werewolf hasn't smelled me yet.
Yeah, human men, boys don't know what
There
I smell
is
like.
something out there waiting for me, and you go on. You get to go on.
Yes.
It gives you it breathes life into you. So thank you.
Oh
I felt
my
so
gosh,
seen
you're
by that.
so I
Um,
I kind of went to a high school that had a lot of like things that would happen that felt like they were ripped from a CW TV show. Like we had a girl who came to our high school just for junior year and she was like living with her aunt. Like it was
oh my
like
God.
some fake nonsense, but it never worked out for me the way it worked out on TV shows. Like
Right. I was gonna say I was the new girl in my junior year of high school, and it was horrifying. Nobody like found me.
no, this girl showed up and she ran shit. She like
Oh
she ran our asses.
my God. I
Yeah, it
wonder
was
what she's doing now, if she's written anything. Anyway.
I can actually tell you offline.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, update me on that later.
Yeah.
Some examples of how like moments that you made me actually cackle.
Blushing.
Oh wait. Okay, not that one. You said, where were the sentient cable knit sweaters to arrest him and commence the public spanking post haste? Somebody being called a sentient cable knit sweater is so great. That is such a specific type of man. And yeah, I absolutely I hollered at that.
Thank you.
Let's see. Oh, the first time they met, when she thinks he's delicious, I wrote, I bet he thinks the same thing about you, girl. Literally. Okay. The next one. What the hell are they doing here and at Hades' house? I thought you had to be the son of the son of the son of the guy who discovered botulism in order to get in. That's low-key very layered, because isn't botulism like now part of how we discovered Botox?
Yes, it's literally
Exactly. I'm like,
botulism.
that's actually, there's a lot of layers to that. That's brilliant.
Thank you so much.
I cackled.
At a certain point, I just discovered that I could put whatever in a book and kind of no one could stop me. And like, it's really gone to my head.
You know what? It's paying off.
Thank you.
Yeah. Then I clocked the Twilight joke where he said, "Is he impossibly fast?"
Thank you so much.
That was amazing. This sounded like everything I know about like a real life Italian man, basically through you. But where you said, where Orfeo says, "No, I'm not. We eat oysters and drink chilled white wine. We kiss our lovers just for the pure pleasure of it. We lie in the sun." I was like, oh, okay.
Hi, hello, how are you?
That's just how he speaks. And that,
Yeah.
I was absolutely smitten and sold. So thank you for that. The thing I wanted to ask you about, that wasn't meant to be one of the funny lines, but specifically, what was your relationship with humor when you were going into this? Again, because I think given the setting and all the paranormal elements, and again, like the mystery of it all, it might have been easy to just sort of keep the tone all focused on that. But you really didn't pull any punches when it came to the humor and things. Did you feel like you had a different approach than you do with your contemporary? Like, what was your relationship like with humor specifically going into this?
Yeah, I think I just kind of was like, I'm gonna really indulge myself here. Writing this felt very indulgent. Like I just did everything I wanted to do. I wrote the length I wanted it to be. I made of every joke I wanted to make. I put in every twist I wanted to do, and it really was just a way to entertain myself. Like, I just really let my freak flag fly on this one. Not to say that writing contemporary romance is like a drag, but you'll relate to this. Like, all of the stakes are internal. So
Yes.
the reason that the characters aren't together or whatever's happening, it's something going on inside of them. So you have to like maintain that tension and really like know when to dial it up or down. And that doesn't exist in a paranormal world. Like, the stakes are all external. Like,
Yes.
I could have had these characters do zero growth. I honestly think they didn't do any growth.
Oh, I feel like they did still.
Okay,
I feel
good,
like
good.
they did. I think especially like a character like Diantha, it would have been easy to just assume the worst of everything. And I don't
Yeah.
know, it would have been easy to sort of check out of it. And yeah, there no matter what in a love story, there's vulnerability there.
Yeah.
And you scrape that out of them easily. So
Yeah.
I still think there was totally.
It's a
But yeah,
different scale of growth. Like, in a
yeah,
contemporary, you have to
yeah.
have characters like,
Well, and you have to get stuck in their head so much in
yes,
contemporary. And that's what I mean when I think, especially like going back through it this weekend and stuff, I realized like this really met and filled a void that I like almost didn't even realize I had, and just why I reread so many of those, like the Nalini Singh and the Cressley Cole and stuff, the way it was just very propulsive. And where everything does get to be there are so many external stakes, there are so many things happening, but like you just keep moving through the whole story while still getting the love story portion of it. So yeah, no,
thank you so much. Yeah, that's what I always loved about like Alona Andrews and Charlene Harris books. Like, there's just
Alona Andrews.
there's just like this energy. You're just like a
Yes.
cart down a hill. Things keep happening, characters get introduced, and there's no like suspense of disbelief because you've suspended it already. You're just in the world.
Yes, exactly. And that was something I wanted to compliment you on too. Again, it's always hard to not, I mean, the book's only been out for a little over a week now, but I don't know, so it's hard to not give spoilers, but the way you dropped us into the world felt very natural while like we kept going. We immediately took off while you built it out and explained things without ever info dumping. And I would think that would be the most difficult part of a paranormal or a fantasy or anything like that. Just sort of explaining the rules of the magic system and all that. But you did it in a very natural, seamless way.
I didn't really invent anything. I will say, like, that's a trick. Like, I didn't really I kind of made some new stuff up, but like, I made up Mediterranean vampires. They don't exist as far as I know, but like everything, I just kind of like pinched and pulled a little bit here. And I think that's what makes urban fantasy and paranormal like so fun, is that it's like not high fantasy. It's just kind of like.
But you did it in a way that it still feels like your own thing. And that's what I mean.
Thanks.
What is it? What is that saying? All art begets other art, and where stories inspire stories. So I think that's it felt like you were also paying homage to all those books that we loved when we were younger. So you really that was a blast, and I can't wait for more people to read it and read it and feel the same way. One thing I didn't know, and I don't know how this slipped through my awareness, but I didn't realize that this is going to be a duology.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about that at all, or tell everybody what we can expect from
Yes.
you
So throughout, well, slight spoiler warning. So throughout My Italian Vampire, you meet a character named Leo, who is kind of one of the, so Orfeo is not just like some Italian vampire that's floating around. The reason he's in Pennsylvania is because he's in a very huge blood debt to a moronic crime boss named Alpha. And Alpha has like these two henchmen who are these like dumb half demons. But one of the half demons is less dumb than the other one, and it's because he's like half merman, half demon, and he kind of turns tides throughout the story, and he ends up being really helpful to Diantha. And he, the huge text just distracted me. Sorry.
I know, I went.
So, he ends up helping Diantha, and in the process of helping her, he meets Diantha's best friend, Evie, who owns a coffee shop that, you know, Diantha works at part-time. That's part of Diantha's thing, is that she has a million part-time jobs. She meets Diantha's best friend, Evie, who owns a cafe. And, you know, I love meeting a character and then getting to watch them have their own story. I think we all love that. It's like my show's on.
Yes.
And I wrote Evie from the beginning as a character like I would want to pick up the voice of. And yeah, so
I love their relationship too. That was a friendship that felt very lived in and real and very like natural. So yeah,
thank
I love
you.
that. I love that she kind of believed her immediately.
Yes, thank you. I kind of not struggled, but as I was writing them, I was like, are they like, is Diantha like too mean to her? Or I just wanted them to have like a sisterly relationship.
Absolutely. I didn't feel like that at all. So yeah, I feel like I'm excited.
Yeah, so it's going to be called My Half Demon Husband.
Wait, is that a title reveal? Are you allowed to reveal that? Is that an official?
I can do whatever I want, but it's also on the cover.
Oh my god!
Work. Why is it working? It's not working. It's on the back cover.
I want it censored.
Yeah, I keep getting censored. It says My Half Demon Husband, because one thing about me is I am going to start with the title.
I love that.
I've always wanted to write like a marriage of not marriage of convenience, arranged marriage. But like that doesn't really work in regular world. No,
I mean, I've done it, but it was a lot of hoops to jump through, and it still was kind of like,
oh yeah, you pulled it off like kind of spectacular.
In the co-op, that was, but I had to basically say, you know, if we could go to, this wouldn't stand in a court of law, but for convenience sake.
Yeah. But like you used, I think most times people use the trust fund as the thing.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. That's
like the only
that, or the health benefits thing is kind of they're kind of the only ways that I can believe in it in a contemporary setting. So yeah, you nailed it. Okay, I do have a little bit of a game.
Hell yeah.
The PG-13 version of this game, we're just going to say this or that out of like famous vampires, and then we'll let everybody else ask their questions, because all the questions I got were ask her how she's so funny and pretty. That was literally out of all 12 questions that I got, they all boiled down to basically that. Like ask her how and Sanj and I talked about asking you about the humor stuff, which we were already touching on. So
God, that's Sanj, the smartest woman on earth.
I adore her. Okay.
Yeah. Real quick, the pretty thing is the answer is Botox. It just makes your skin look better. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes. Okay.
Just a little bit.
That was very helpful.
What?
Okay. So that was very helpful. That was the botulism thing. Look at us. We're so full of knowledge. Okay. To start, Edward Cullen versus Carlisle Cullen.
Oh, Carlisle, move it on. I hate Edward.
Okay, Carlisle versus.
I know. Wait, Carlisle is the dad?
Yes.
Carlisle.
Yeah. Okay. Carlisle Cullen versus Nosferatu / Count Orlok.
Oh my God, Carlisle. I'm scared of Nosferatu. I don't think I can handle his freak.
You,
I don't think I can match this.
that voice was my tick for a while. You must bounce on it. Crazy style. Okay. Count Orlok. Oh wait, no, Carlisle. We're still with Carlisle. Carlisle versus Spike from Buffy.
Oh my God, Spike.
Okay, Spike
So
from Buffy
hot.
versus Angel from Buffy.
Oh, we'll just stick with Spike.
Okay. Spike from Buffy versus Eric Northman.
Oh my God, Eric Northman. You know how I feel about him.
That is, I mean, I didn't even put Bill in this, by the way.
Yeah, good. Bill.
Okay. Eric Northman versus Louis.
Oh, Louis.
From Interview with the
Oh
Vampire.
God, he's so toxic.
Oh yeah.
I don't want Lestat coming after me. I'm gonna stick with Eric. I don't want to get tangled up in
Eric Northman versus Lestat.
Eric.
Oh, Eric Northman versus Orfeo.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't really trust Italian men, so I'm gonna go with Eric.
Okay, well, I would pick Orfeo.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, he's a cutie. He's
I'll let him. Yeah, I could fix him if there's anything wrong. Again,
yes.
That Rob Roush guy, he's got me all twisted up. Those are the kinds. Yes,
he's got his acting insane.
Yeah. All right. I don't know if I have to push anything, but we can open it up to.
Q&A. I was also playing the game along with you, and I feel like my answer was Nosferatu.
So crazy.
I'm like a weird.
You're a freak.
I love a weird man, and like he was just so tall, like 7 feet of like, just like let me climb him like a tree, you know? And
he'll disintegrate in your hands as you're doing it, though.
Yeah, he's disintegrating. His skin is coming off in chunks.
Listen, I can overlook that. It's like dark and spooky. I can't see it.
Oh my God. I feel like she's like wet and dry at the same time. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, for sure. She's like, am I so wet, but like so against it?
My stomach just dropped to my butt when you said that. That was visceral.
He's anyway, Nosferatu girly.
Crazy. And this will be on YouTube forever.
Oh no, my digital footprint.
Oh no, my digital footprint. It was so normal before.
We were like literally talking about that prior, and I'm like, it's gonna live on YouTube, and then I just come in and ruin it for myself. All right, let's actually get along with it. The first question we have is for Betty. Did you have a playlist while writing this book?
I did, and I need to update the one that's like tied to my author Spotify. But if you buy a copy or you have a copy, it is in the official playlist, which I had a hard time narrowing it down because playlists for me evolve. Like if I discover a new song and it reminds me of characters, I'll add it to my playlist. But the like official, oh my God,
playlist. I can read it.
Oh, you want to read it?
I mean, I don't need to read all of them, but I can tell you the ones that I was like, oh, this playlist slaps. And I was going to ask you if you had it on Spotify.
I need to update it. It's there.
But because the first song is, don't kill me if I mispronounce this, but Berghain by Rosalia York and Bez Humor. That's the first song. Yeah. And then In My Room by Julia Wolf. I mean, you've got so many. Crush by Ethel Cain. You've got some
bangers
songs on here. Nettles by Ethel Cain. Yeah, no, it's that playlist is lethal. I'm gonna need the link to that.
Absolutely. Notable or what noteworthy shout out. I forget how you say that. For Kill Me by Hayley Williams. The song is so good. If you haven't listened to it, I think it just didn't. I don't know. There's so many good songs on that album that it didn't really like get the airtime it deserves.
I agree. I feel like she got like got tricked out of like any nominations this season.
That is true.
I know. Also, big Rosalia fan. If you haven't listened to Lux, you need to listen to Lux. Berghain is
so
amazing.
good.
Have you?
Berghain, is that how you say it?
Have you? She performed it at the Brit Awards. Did you see that?
And
no,
Bjork
I picked it up.
came
And
on the
Bjork
stage.
came out.
It was crazy.
Freaking Bjork.
Freaking Bjork. No, I agree. She's crazy. I love her.
Love Bjork. Love Bjork.
Big Bjork girl. All right, we've kind of touched on this like during the game, but who are your favorite vampires in other forms of media?
So the one I feel like we did not talk about is Kate Beckinsale's character in the Lycan series on the Underworld movies.
Oh,
She's so freaking hot in those movies. It's like they're so good. They're so like cyberpunk, early 2000s, like all of the not millennia, all the Zoomers that are like Y2K obsessed, like watch the Underworld movies. They're so they're like, they feel like, Tara, do you remember that Kylie Minogue music video where she's like in the tunnel?
Yes.
Na na na. It's like
Yes.
it's like if that music video was a movie.
Oh my god.
So
yeah, I haven't seen those movies in years. I'm
haven't either.
absolutely putting that on my roster.
I don't know if they hold up, if they're cancelable. I'm sorry. Also, there's like a weird old ancient vampire in those movies.
Bill
too.
Nye,
Is that okay?
her dad.
My dad.
He's a hear me out for me, so don't besmirch him.
Okay. Something about the sentence, my dad, he's my hear me out. Really, it gets a girl.
I didn't say my dad. I said her dad.
Oh, her dad. Yes, he is her dad.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That on my digital footprint.
Technically, it's mine. You did deny it. You did deny it. I made the accusation.
Okay. Y'all talked about casting, but who would play your characters from the early 2000s CW? Like, who would you cast?
Oh my god. Who are any of those actors?
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, for me, it's basically every character that was in the show Roswell. And if
Oh,
you haven't
that's
watched
one
it,
I did
you
not
need-
watch. Okay.
Oh my god, you haven't?
No.
Oh, Katherine Heigl was in it.
Oh.
And there was
Oh,
like
yeah.
there were a couple of the guys in it. They were aliens
Yes.
in Roswell, New Mexico, right?
Mexico.
Yeah. And the guys in it were like weird hot. That was when I became
But they were weird
into
hot.
weird hot. Yeah.
I'm gonna look them up. Oh,
Yes.
my phone's upside down.
Yes. That
Everyone
basically they would be somebody in something for me. All of them.
That show like just really unlocked like a childhood memory that I'm like, oh, I was obsessed with that show.
I was obsessed with it. I was
modern media could
crushed when it ended. Absolutely
modern
crushed.
media could never.
Okay, I found it.
Yes.
Oh, those boys are weird. Oh, they are weird.
Yeah.
They're
kinda like-
brunette.
They're kind of like ugly hot.
Yes.
Jason Bear. Okay, he's Tootie. I think Shannon Faraday, she was in the OG cast of Charmed. R.I.P. She had passed away. So beautiful and like really has like she's like the brains of the operation in the early seasons. Her as Diantha for sure. With like a perm. Everyone always thinks a perm. And then for Phil, I don't know, there were so many like sexy hot boys who I can't like across my screen that I don't remember their names now.
And I feel like all of those boys had like the same look. Like it was like the CW look.
Yes.
And it was just like, oh, you're so hot, and for what?
They all look like Rob Roush. Like that's why we're all attracted to him, is because
They do.
I said this
no.
too.
You're so
Right.
right.
I was like, seeing Rob on my TV, I was like, this is the America I was promised. Like, like this is what
Big old snake wrangler.
this is why we got on the boat. It's because we were told that Americans, you know what I mean?
Everyone
We
on the
don't think them
mainland
like that.
was I need a snake wrangler stat.
Right? Like who? What? He's got blue, like those icy blue eyes.
The icy blue eyes that somehow still look a little sad. That's what gets
Yes,
me. Like he's
look
still
at
got
that
kind of little like
eyes.
a
They're
little like
dopey.
that's what
Yes.
gets me.
Mhm.
Yes. Dopey
Mm.
eyes. Jawline that could cut glass.
Muscle
And soft,
veins,
pillowy lips.
like arm veins.
Lips. Okay, enough. Let's stop talking
And, like,
about
We
it.
gotta keep going,
craftiness
otherwise
to
this will be like a Rob Roush, like
Yeah.
party.
He
Yeah.
looks like he wouldn't turn down a drunk cigarette, you know?
And that's important.
That's
Ultimately.
important.
It's
to me
important.
personally.
That's the American dream.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. What are your guys' favorite romance tropes and your favorite micro tropes?
Ooh.
That's so hard.
That is really hard.
I've had to do some inventory of like my taste because I don't until I started really learning to like market my books. I don't think that I really thought about things in terms of tropes and like being able to even like pick them out of my own and all that. But I have realized that like for me, when it is done truly well and not in like a very surface level corny way, there is nothing that hits quite as well as rivals to lovers or enemies to lovers. I love negging as a form of flirtation. I love if it's done truly well, and it's a very fine line to walk and it's really hard to execute
Yes.
these days too. There's just there, but there is nothing that hits quite the same. And I mean, in terms of micro tropes, I'll never get tired of a fuck it moment because I feel like that is like, oh, you're not falling for the like, you know, the things that we have built up in our head, but and you know, I can't. We're friends. We'll ruin our friendship, you know, unless you built it. But you have to like get there and you have to build it up, and it has to be like worth it. So yeah, I don't know. That's definitely one of them. I like a man that wears some piece of jewelry.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I love a dangly earring.
Yeah.
I like the little hoop.
I like a little
Little
pirate moment.
Pirate.
Have you guys watched the new Wuthering Heights?
Oh,
No,
I haven't seen it yet.
I don't.
Okay, the only thing that like really sold me on it is that Jacob Elordi has an earring hoop and a gold tooth that matches, and it does something to you.
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I need to for research anyway. I need to know. I need to be in the know.
I read the funniest mean review of it, and it felt like I was scratching an itch, like a deep like mosquito bite, and now I can watch the movie and like feel guilt free about it.
Okay.
Yeah, that is like the correct way to watch that movie.
How did he get his ear pierced? Question.
Girl, I don't know. He disappears for like
For the
and then he comes back, and then he's just like suddenly hot, and then we have to like believe that he's hot and rich now. And I mean that dangly hoop.
Yeah, that's the one thing that she puts on the book.
So truly,
is that he leaves and then comes back. Okay, microtropes. I really love I am trying to not say bad words, like a contract, like just carnal, just physical.
Okay.
We're just physical. We're not catching feelings. Love that.
There you go.
Also love like a forced proximity, just not being able to ever get away fully from the person. And I think that also like it like is this amazing pressure cooker tension builder. Like it's just the thing keeps growing. Which I think leads to that like F it moment, you know?
Yes.
What else do I like?
What are your favorite like overarching tropes, the big ones?
The big ones. What are the big ones?
Like enemies to lovers, friends to lovers, second chance.
I just like them all.
I
don't love workplace because I've worked in some really toxic environments.
Yeah.
with coworkers where I've been like, if I know one more thing about you, like I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah.
This is true.
I don't like any detail.
Also, like knowing, I just was so quick to like when I used to work in an office environment with, other people and not just the people in my head. The moment I knew like you did something like you microwave broccoli and salmon for lunch every day,
Yes.
like you're an unforgivable, like garbage human being to me. I don't like it would just, I was
Right.
terrible like that. So yeah, I just couldn't see getting romantic.
Yeah, it would be. And then also I've been like around coworkers who are clearly like sleeping together. Like, can you guys not? Like, I'm just trying to like get my job done. Yeah. It's like, so maybe I bring a little bit too much baggage to that. I would love to get more into like sports romance. I just feel like I am so not sporty that I have been afraid of it, but I think it's time.
Yeah.
I think it's time.
I think it's time.
All right. What would your characters do if they all hung out together?
Jerk each other off.
Okay, that
Digital footprint, Betty.
Steven's won on that one. No, they would make a big, delicious meal.
yes,
They would
1,000,000%.
and they'd all sit around and they'd eat it and they'd decompress and they'd smoke a little that good.
Yes, 1,000%. Oh my God, that would be. It would be.
Dream
I
blunt.
feel like it'd be hilarious. I could imagine like. Have you ever played Cards of Humanity, but with like the best group of people where it's like every single one hits and is just the most inappropriate, most like, but you're safe. When that game hits, it's fun. I feel like it would be like that kind of night with all of them.
Yes, and like the energy builds and everyone's on the same comedic wavelength during Cards of Humanity.
Yes, yeah. Everybody is, even if they're not drinking, they're a wine drunk. You know that very specific kind of wine drunk? Yeah.
Effervescent, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
All right. How did you balance all of the different aspects of your book, like characters, world building, romance, friends, everything that comes together to make this book?
Ooh, that's a tough question. How did I balance it?
You did it very well.
Thank you. I don't know if I have an answer other than like, I guess I do think about things like in sort of like a movie format. It's like, if this was playing out on like the big screen, like what do we need a little bit more of? And definitely some elements like get stronger in the edit. And like I love external trusted opinions from like betas, editors, and I really trust like people as they read it to help guide some of my like whatever decisions I've made and things that need to be turned up and turned down. And yeah, I think it's always, you never know how it's gonna hit.
Well, I feel like especially like since you have done this a few times now, and when you get into your characters, it becomes a natural part of like, how do I give them a full life so that they feel like an actualized person? And that is why you give them friends, why you have her like relationship with her mom, which is obviously like pivotal to this book, especially. But you have like those things sort of come a little bit more naturally. But then, like you said, when you have trusted readers that can sort of point out like, hey, like we haven't seen them together in a while, like because of this side quest has been happening. Like that's always good to see. I'm pretty self-indulgent, so I'm always like, how can you get them on the page together as much as possible? And again, I feel like that is why this hit so much too. They were on the page together so much so early on. Loved it.
Yeah, I feel like that is such an exactly like That's exactly right. Like I couldn't intellectualize it like that, but also writing in first person really helps because you're right. You drop into the character and you're like, okay, like what are things like what's part of like being a person, and you're in character, and you start problem solving like the character. And if it's like, oh well, this is a moment when I would like ask a friend, like that's when you know to pull in that kind of character. I also feel like the having them on page as much as possible together as much as possible, I've kind of learned from my own reading habits rather than my own writing habits. I've noticed that like first chapters are really, really hard. They're really hard to get hooked by a first chapter. I think every book we read deserves at least 3. So I try really hard to make my first chapters really strong.
Yes. I feel like they always are too. You got us with the setting. I felt like I knew the setting immediately. I knew, like, had a full picture of where she was at in her life. And you got the love interest on page 2. So
thank you. Yeah, these are the youngest characters. I mean, not really. Orfeo was like technically in his 70s, but the youngest characters I've ever written as well.
Yeah. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Diantha's probably a little bit jaded for a 26-year-old, but whatever.
I mean,
it happens.
I'm about to turn 26 and I feel jaded. It's fine.
Oh, sweetie.
So we're trying to do well.
I'm-
Okay. I think we have time for like 2 more questions.
Yeah.
Let's see. What other reading are you guys doing right now?
Ooh.
You.
Tarah, you go first.
Oh, okay. I have been reading a lot of weird but like delightful fiction. I loved Lost Lambs. I read that recently. Ate that up. And I also read Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It. That's by Brooke Averick, or Averick. I should find out how. But I adored it. It was like I was laughing. It was one of the most endearing female main characters I've read in a long time. I got to read Ellen O'Clover's next romance early, and it was so lovely. A great example of a great rivals to lovers. I did quite a bit of reading recently because I was on vacation. So I'm trying to think of what I finished up out there. Man, like I said, I've been reading a lot of kind of weird fiction books too that I've really loved. Lost Lambs, and I finished.
You read that Emily Austen book and you love it. I love Emily Austen.
Yes.
I love
Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
Well, she was a huge inspiration for 32 Days in May for me. I forget her book that takes place in a library. A few of her books take place in libraries. So one of her characters is depressed and working at a library, and I was like,
oh my
this
gosh.
rules.
Yes, exactly.
It was not a library, a church. Sorry, keep going.
Oh yeah. That's so funny that you say that, because now I can so totally see the parallels there to like just I've been really loving like when somebody has sort of a big issue, a big issue that feels like it's defining them, and it's not, but they have to go through it, and also they get to fall in love at the same time. And that's kind of like been the thing lately that I've had a great time with. Oh, I read a book called Aftertaste finally, and the
Daria Laval.
Yeah, I loved it.
Oh my God, it's fantastic. Yes.
Fantastic book. Just beautiful meditation on grief, really.
Yeah.
I'm always into that. So yeah, love that.
Okay, so right now I'm reading 2 books that are not out yet that I'm really, really enjoying. One is In Stormy Weather by Chelsea Curto. Loving it. Absolutely delightful romance. Also has me thinking about sports romance because Chelsea writes hockey, and I'm expanding my palette in 2026.
I've adored a couple of hers. So yeah.
She's extremely talented. Also, I just started, because I'm doing an event with Jillian, I just started today, No Place Like You by Jillian Meadows, and I'm so excited. The cover is absolutely delightful. It seems like it's going to be just a lovely, lovely, gentle time, which is what I need. I started off 2026 reading a lot of weird fiction as well. I was really into horror at the first, like, whatever, late January, and really enjoyed Mr. Magic, which is a really cool premise about a cast of a children's TV show, for this TV show called Mr. Magic, where no one can find any footage of it, and people feel like it's like a weird Mandela effect, like they don't know if the TV show ever existed. There's all these subreddits dedicated to it, and the whole book is a really, really, and it was kind of clear to me from the beginning as someone who grew up religious and has sort of deconstructed that it is the author's reflection on Mormonism. And so it's really juicy, really juicy. And if you know me, you know I love Mormons. I love when they dissect. And then another one was Diavola, which is about a family vacation in Florence in like a haunted villa. And it is, I love horror. I don't get scared easily. I was shitting myself a little bit. I was scared.
Yeah, I'm a big weenie. I get scared very easily.
Don't read it then.
Okay.
It's creepy, but really good.
Don't gotta tell me twice.
All right, we have time for one more question, and I'll keep it like pretty simple. What are you guys working on next, and like what can we expect from you guys next?
Yeah. So I have a contemporary romance coming out in October. It's called After Seconds, and it's a holiday romance. I am a famous Christmas hater, and I challenged myself to write a Christmas romance so I would hate the holiday less. And guess what? It worked. I like Christmas now, and I'm so excited for it. It's another book about food in a lot of ways, and I'm so excited to talk more about it. And we'll have a cover soon and everything.
I can't wait. I'm famously terrible with this, but I actually don't think I can talk about it right now, just because, but it is something that's very different for me. I can say that. It would be a different genre for me. Yeah, and so yeah, that I can say that much, but and I can say that, especially coming out of the Olympics and a lot of the conversations around women in sports, and it's very millennial, because yeah, that's a lot of the stuff that we, grew up with. So that's pretty much all I can say about it.
We're
That's
so
point.
excited.
Yeah,
That sounds exciting.
I'm loving it. It feels very like I said, it's so different for me, but it is just, it's reignited sort of my passion for storytelling. So I
I love that. Oh my gosh. Well, for people watching, the best way to keep your eye out for both Tarah and Betty's newest stuff is you can follow them on Instagram. And you know what else you can do? You can follow the Novel Neighbor on Instagram, because you can we post so many different events, so many different things happening. So if you're not in St. Louis and you love these virtual events, let us know. We do virtual events all of the time. They are so much fun. And if you are also oh, does the Novel Neighbor still have the pre-order goodies for My Italian Vampire? The answer is yes. And we just got them in today. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Yes, girl. They finally came, and we were talking to our USPS delivery, and apparently mail has been backed up like crazy because of the storms that have been happening. So I'm oh, that makes sense. So if you're also watching this and you're where's my copy that I pre-ordered? It is either out in the mail or you have been notified that it is ready to be picked up at the store. And we
the delay, to be fair, started with me because I had to order more stuff. Then it snowed. It's my fault, ultimately.
No, yeah, I love to blame the mail. It's my favorite thing to do. That it's you're perfect, you're gorgeous. The mail, that is a force and an entity that I don't mess with. So whenever something wrong happens, it's the mail's fault. We know how to use it, but does it work with us? Not really, but we try our best. So, not your fault, Queen. It's the mails.
Thank God. Finally.
I know. So if you guys were wanting to get copies, we do have copies available. We have the pre-order goodies available to purchase down at the novelneighbor.com. It should be on your screen. And it, if you don't know how to use the internet, just let us know and we'll help you. Like,
You won't be here, probably not here.
Yeah, you're probably not here. But what a lovely evening, you guys. I'm so excited that we got to spend the last hour together. And again, congratulations, Betty, on my
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for hosting me. And thank you to everyone for joining.
Thank you for letting me talk to you about this wonderful book.
Yay!
Oh gosh. See you later, everyone. Bye.
Bye.